question is, when staring at your big goal and it seems like a massive elephant that you can't conquer, what will you do? Well, that's the question, and this podcast, Eat Your Elephant, is here to help you to find the answer that will keep you moving forward and making progress. Because you can eat your elephant one bite at a time. I'm your host, Nick Macy, and let's dive right in. Well, hello there. Glad you're here. Glad you're listening in. Happy New Year. You know, the new year is a great time to start talking about goals. So thank goodness this podcast is around and we can address that stuff. Today, I'm going to ask you, are you climbing the wrong mountain? So imagine this. Imagine striving for years to achieve your goal. You know, doing your absolute best and working hard, being persistent, maybe even waking up early or staying up late, you know, striving to make this goal, whatever it is, striving to make it happen. You never give up and you focus on achieving your goal and you put forth the effort to make it real. Then when you finally get there, you realize it wasn't really your goal. Oh, wow. It was something that somebody else wanted for you, or maybe it was a good thing, but just not that important to you personally. Like to you, it didn't mean as much. Now all that time, energy, resources, effort, and attention, the work that you've done, maybe even years of your life spent on something that wasn't really for you. Well, I'll say, don't pursue someone else's goal. So how do you avoid that? Well, what is important to you? What areas of life mean the most to you that resonate with you, you know, at a core level? You know, this is very personal. Not every area of life can be of the highest importance to everyone. It's a simple fact. We're all different. And, you know, and our differences makes this world wonderful. You know, it makes things great. The fact that we all are different and unique. And kind of by definition, every single thing can't be a priority. It can't be of the highest importance to everybody. So what's that mean? Well, that means that in order for you to really achieve your goals, to set good goals, you know, to zero in on that and have that focus and clarity that you'll end up needing, you got to define and know what it is that you want to improve. What is important to you that's worth setting those goals and striving toward. That you'll be able to, you know, enjoy the payoff when you achieve them because they'll be meaningful to you, and more likely to enjoy the journey too because it is something that is important. So it's like if you don't care about learning to play the piano, then you don't need to put a lot of time and effort and attention into developing that skill. Well, of course. It wouldn't be an effective use of your time because it's not something that's very important to you. And I use the piano example because that's something that is just not that important to me, learning how to play the piano. So it makes obvious sense that I'm not going to set, you know, really specific goals and strive toward learning how to do that. Now, have you ever listed out the areas of life that you want to see improvements in? If not, give it a try. You know, I did this just the other week. I'm setting my goals for this upcoming year and trying to make sure that I'm on track, see where I can make adjustments and improvements and all that good stuff. You know, so a lot of the stuff I recommend to you, I try to do in my own life. You know, I put forth the effort. I'm not perfect. But in setting those goals, I started to list out the areas of life that were important to me and where I was at, kind of did a little check-in, saw what kind of changes and gains I wanted to make. But I had to start with the areas of life that are important to me. So give it a try. Check in with yourself regarding all the areas of your life. You know, family, friends, social relationships, finances, physical health, mental health, work, play, fun and enjoyment, your spiritual life. Any area of life, just write it down and see where you're at, you know, how you feel about it, if that's something that's worth, you know, your time and effort to make an improvement in. On this first step, you're not really setting the goals yet. You're just identifying where you would want to set the goals. And they'll end up helping a lot along the way toward the goals you end up setting because they'll be important and meaningful to you. And when you make a little bit of gains in that area, it'll feel good and it'll be rewarding on an internal, intrinsic level because it's something that's important to you. So write it all out. work through it, see what's good, what you might want to change. All you're doing is just checking in with yourself on all the different little areas of your life and figuring out where you're at, and that way you can determine where you want to go. It can just help to make sure that you're focusing your time and attention and energy where you actually want improvement. Now, it wasn't that long ago that I read John Maxwell's book, Put Your Dream to the Test. And he talks about making sure that what you're working toward, your dream, is really your dream and not somebody else's. It's an excellent book, easy read. I love a lot of John Maxwell's stuff. I'm just consuming tons of it these days. But you can go to nickmazy.com/books, and there I just have a lot of books. The Put Your Dreams to the Test is there too, just to kind of help you along your journey. Definitely keep learning and reading and developing. If you want to hit your goals, if you want to set good goals and achieve the things you want in life, you got to keep learning. So you can go to nickmazy.com/books. And as always, if you want to help this podcast out, I'd greatly appreciate it if you'd rate and review the podcast. Thank you for listening. Best of luck to you and this new year. I want you to hit your goals. Just go make them happen. Well, thanks for listening. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon.